Hello, my name is Ariane Padzi, and today I'm going to be presenting my FPGA-based guessing game. This project combines many digital design concepts such as comparators, debouncing, LFSRs, 7-segment display, and LED logic, and also synchronous state control. They're all implemented in VHDL on Vivado, and I am using my Zybo Z7 development board. All of the project is simple. The FPGA basically chooses a random number between 0 and 15 in the hexadecimal base, and the player needs to guess that number that will display on the 7-segment display, and they can use the switches to choose the numbers. So the board responds to the player's tries, the attempts, and there are LED indicators on the board that give feedback to the player to tell them, oh, this number is too low, this number is too high, or when they get it exactly right, all the LEDs will blink. Here's an overview of the program. We can see it's a structural design because I'm using several different modules in the top guess game architecture, and that helps me keep the code clean and maintainable. If I ever decide to work on a project that's similar, I can easily scale that code. Starting with the NAD LFSR, that stands for Linear Feedback Shift Register, and it's made of flip-flops. And you can see the architecture is behavioral because it's a self-contained module. It basically takes a seed and uses a polynomial to make up the pseudo-random numbers. Here's the code for the decoder. I'm using a case, kind of a switch statement here to get through the logic. We have the debounce, which is very, very important when we're using buttons on the board, so it can clear out the noise that the button is causing. We have the comparator, which is the bulk of the logic. It is closely connected to the LED blink to say when to light up this LED, when to light up this other one. Here is the long-awaited demonstration on the Zybo Z7 board. As you can see, it's already programmed, we're ready to go. It's currently displaying the number B. Let's try 7. Okay, too high. What about a 6? Okay. Yay! As you can see, this is the correct guess, and I chose the right number. So to start the game over again, I will just press the reset, and as you can see, it starts over. If I try to submit the 6 again, it's telling me that the number is too high. Alright, what about the 2? Too high still? Wow. Okay, maybe it's 1. Yay! Oh my gosh. So our game is fully functional. There were some challenges while designing the program, alright? One of them was with the LFSR. It stuck to just one value at some point because it wouldn't cycle through all of the numbers, so it was super predictable. It would always land on the 6, a D, or a B, so I had to go through the program again and figure out like what was wrong with how I wrote it. Okay, and the 7-segment was an issue because I went through a couple of different ideas for the guesses, as in I wanted it to display an H for a high for a number that was too high, but this is not an actual dual 7 segment display, so I thought I could turn those two things on at the same time, but that is not the proper PMOD or peripheral to actually do that. And after that, yeah, I went through the codes to try to rework the logic and research on the internet on how people have used LFSR for different programs to be able to make this work. So thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have enjoyed the game.